Hello and welcome back to your favorite show, The People's Voice Show. I'm your host, Christine Gishero. Maandamano, right? It's not something new in Kenya, but Maandamano Monday is. Owing that peaceful demonstration in Kenya is a right and not an offense. To some, it's their cup of tea, and to some, it's not. Maybe because sometimes demos can turn ugly and in worse scenarios cause death. The alleged mass protest has caught the interest of many. This mirrors frustrated, disappointed, tired and angry Kenyans who are hungry for change. Maandamano Monday has taken its course since the 20th of March, and from the look of things, it's not ending anytime soon, since the opposition leader and his troops have lined up a series of protests in their effort to force Ruto to accept their demands on electoral reforms, opening of IBC servers to scrutinize records, the state of living, among other issues. Into today's reflection. Number 1. Do you support the mass protests? And if yes, why? And if not, why? Are the protests going to help lower the cost of living? How are the protests affecting the daily operations of non-protesters who have an equal right of not protesting? How should the government respond to the protests? And lastly, but not least, what is your take on the former president's farm invasion by goons, which was maliciously linked with the Maandamano Monday, going by some utterances of top government officials like Kimani Ichung'wah? My take on today's reflection: yes, I support peaceful mass protests because the country is suffering economic downfall, yet there are enough resources to save the situation at hand. On whether the protests are going to help lower the cost of living, at some point, yes. Because the government will feel the pressure and in response, find means of subsidizing basic commodities so as to lower the cost of living. On the effect of protests to non-protesters, their business and job routines are interfered with, since some are forced to stay home for the fear of being tear-gassed by the police, and their businesses and properties being destroyed as the police fight protesters. On the government response to protests, the police should give protesters maximum security as they air out their complaints. So, the sitting government should adhere to the constitution by giving protesters a humble time in exercising their right to protest. Protesters should not be tear-gassed or killed for no reason. On the farm invasion of the former head of state, I think that was against the law and uncalled for. And I ask myself, why did the police take so long to avail themselves at the crime scene, yet the goons were in operation since morning till late in the evening? Does that raise an alarm? Why has no one involved in any way not yet been prosecuted until now? Lastly, but not least, is the question of safety in this country. If the property of the former head of state is not safe, what about the life and property of the common mwananchi? And that means there is no justice under all aspects in this country. Please share your views and opinions on the same. Keep the conversation going. Tuliwachagua, tusikizwe, tuhusishwe, tupate haki. Until next time, I have been your host, Christine Gishero. Bye.